Ooh, we are live. Live, live, live.
Make my phone be silent.
We'll wait for a couple people to come on. Everybody's enjoying the hot summer weather, I think.
How hot is it where you are? Anybody?
Somebody's got to be on their phone for a minute.
I was going to see how hot it was here.
It was 77 today. It was 77 for a high. Raising the Wildberry says they're always ready. It is 74 right now and hardly any humidity. I got to sit up a different way. This couch isn't comfortable for this part of it.
It's because the table's not the right height.
90 degrees, Derek. Autumn. Y'all can have that.
I'm sorry.
Somebody wasn't ready today, as we can see.
I'm good.
All right, so we're all here
I just
now.
need a minute. Sometimes you just need to take a minute. Hey guys, I'm here.
She's here.
All paying attention and everything.
So we're glad you guys were able to stop by and see us again today on our, bi-monthly?
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly? I guess bi-monthly would be every other month.
Mm-hmm.
Bi-weekly. You know, us being in a lawn care service, cutting lawns bi-weekly.
Same thing.
It kind of felt like when you said bi-weekly, it meant twice a week.
Every other week. However you want to say that.
So this is going to be, if you guys saw the title of this one, this is, of course, the Wind Down Wednesday today. And today's wine of choice, we don't change much.
Hey, did you send that video to Shelly?
No.
Or we just recorded it?
We just recorded it.
I'll send it to you tonight, Shelly.
By the way, Wind Down Wednesday is brought to you today by, and the wine of choice is, she's kind of slow today, guys.
Orlinda Gold. So
Again.
This is my favorite at Summercrest Winery. For those of you that know Tiffany, she may not be here yet. She'll probably be here later. She has Harvest Host in Portland, Tennessee, and they do wine. So this is wine from her winery. Tonight's is Orlinda Gold, which is a sweet peach. It's my favorite.
So today we're going to talk about relaxing a little bit and relaxing the RV and taking it easy.
Brian Smoot. That's because we just fill our glasses so I can hold the bottle up without spilling it everywhere. No worries. It will be empty before the night's up, though.
So hopefully when you guys get out and go camping, you guys can relax a little bit, and it's not always a go, go, go like we have. So I want to hear a little bit from you guys on how you relax for your weekend getaways or your week getaways or whatever when you're at the camper. Do you guys set up everything outside, all your chairs, the carpets?
This has been a controversy for us for years.
For us, since we're in here full time every single day, it's just like you guys. You go home, you go to work, you come home, you make dinner, you go out to dinner, whatever you do, and you come back in, you kind of relax, and you watch TV. So one of my tanks must be getting full. So we don't sit outside every single day, just like we don't do at house. So how are you guys? What are you guys doing to relax? Are you legit setting up a full campsite?
So like I like to put out the rug no matter what, because I feel like it keeps some of the dirt at least from coming in on the bottom of people's shoes. He could care less about the rug because 9 times out of 10, for whatever reason, when we're packing up to leave, it has rained the night before, and then the rug is wet.
Always rains.
And nobody wants to roll it up wet and put it away wet because then it'll smell bad. So there's a whole thing. But I feel like it cuts down on the dirt. However, we don't on a regular have campfires.
We get asked that a lot. Do you guys cook hot dogs and hamburgers on the grill? If I did that, I would do that every single day because we're in it every single day.
Right. But it's different when you go out for the weekend. And so we don't do campfires because, quite frankly, we're not like the closers and we can't stay up till 2 a.m. And
Somebody
I don't want to sit out
morning.
there until the fire quits burning completely. However, Ray and Lisa have the little portable gas fire pit, which that's nice. We've been with them and set out, and when you're done, you want to go inside, you just turn it off. But then you got to haul it. So anyway, I have mixed emotions about that.
So let us know what you guys do. Do you guys have a gas one? Do you use a solo? Do you just use the campground fire pits when you guys sit out there and kind of relax around around with your chairs. Yeah.
I will be honest. I do keep looking at the solo stoves.
They're too big.
They're very big. You have to haul them. But the one I found that I really, 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 really like, you can do gas with it, and it's a pie. It's a solo stove pie, so it's a pizza oven.
Anybody have those? So what do you got going on there? A lot of people are moving around.
You got a lot going on over here. You got.
So today we are currently in near Elkins, West Virginia. Like I said,
Bowden or Bowden.
Bowden.
I don't know which way you say it.
Last 2 days, been in the 70s. Woke up the other morning, 54 degrees. Open up the doors, open up the windows. Feel sorry for you guys. We left you guys out in Chesapeake over there. It was super, super hot. The weather is beautiful. You guys should have come with us.
So Life's RV Adventure says she puts the rug out and the solar lights. Hey, Ann. Poor Robert's got to work. That really sucks. Brian says, relax. Have to think about that. Hello from Kip to Peak. Hey, Weinbergers.
Yeah, I saw you guys a site set up over there.
I got a nice site.
You guys got the sunshade down to keep it nice and cool. Sorry, guys.
That's where the party will be tonight. Hashtag closers. Okay, so yes, we have been out late, but it doesn't happen all the time.
Well, if you guys at the Keystone Rally, for you guys that are on here that were there.
That's the latest I've been out since I can't even tell you when.
It was 2 o'clock in the morning we were out there.
One night.
She slept till 2 o'clock the next afternoon.
No, I did not. However, I'm not. I can stay up later than him. He wants to go to bed at 8, but that's because he wants to wake up at 5.
I saw the sun come this morning in a little window coming up. So we do have, we're going to talk about our campouts and all that kind of stuff. The next camp out, we still have a couple more sites left if you guys want to come to Chickateek. Yes, 5 sites I think we have left. And we still have the horse farm. We're up to over 55, I think, for the horse farm. So if you haven't got in there, let's get it together. Let's get it going.
I'm reading.
I'm not going to take so many more at the horse farm. And, of course, we opened up the Caverns. So if you haven't seen that post on Facebook, Spring Campout, Endless Caverns, I think it is.
It tells you on there who to call, and I'm gonna.
I think we're up to 25 or 30 already. Yeah. I'm only taking 100.
The person you need to contact for Endless is Lisa Mann, and let me just put a plug in for Lisa Mann because I think she's very overworked. So if you've left a message and you haven't heard back, give her a couple of days. If you haven't heard back, you can leave her another message.
She is following our pages now, so you can.
She's not sitting at home watching TV and eating bonbons. She's a very busy lady, and
maybe she's sitting around a campfire having hot dogs. And
I think she has a couple of people's jobs that she's trying to do all by herself. So try to be patient with her.
I know everybody wants their old sites that they had before.
Yeah.
Try to get in, at least leave a message and say,
yeah. So
I want site E32 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
that you had. That way she knows, because she sees the messages. She doesn't have that chance to call everybody back.
But she did say, I think that's what she does. If you call and say, hey, this is who I am, and last year we were in site E3, we want to be there again, then she kind of pencils you in until she gets back in touch with you and gets your deposit and all the stuff, because she knows that you were there before and you know what you want. And
as of today, I think our convoy caravan is almost full already. So we got our 5 or 6 that's going to caravan across the country. If you guys are Midwest, out west, whatever it is, and you want to visit us when we come through the campgrounds, we will be putting out an itinerary where we're going to be, where we're going to stop when we come to the campground. So
we're waiting on a final confirmation on a couple of dates and a couple of sites. And once we get that back, we can kind of release it.
And if you want to follow us along, because we're going to stop at some harvest. We're going to stop at a lot of harvest hosts. You know, a lot of harvest hosts will not allow a certain amount of them. So on our way out there, we're going to stop at a lot of them. So if you want to follow us along and you want to find another harvest host to stay out for the night, and then we can meet back up and travel along until we get to the campground, you guys are definitely welcome to do that.
Because a lot of places, there were several harvest hosts, you know, in a general area, and we picked ones that would take 5 or more. So there may be a chance that there's
one more spot here.
There may be a chance there's not, but that doesn't mean there's another harvest host, 10 miles down. More to come on that once we have some details. So, Derek, that Prime Day deal for the mini solo stoves, are those like the little bitty ones that sit on your table? Because I did look at those, not on Prime Day, but I've looked at them at the store. And I was told that the problem with them is finding wood small enough to go in them.
Derek, I think you can buy us one and we will try it out. Use my link.
No, but like the little one, I think the little one literally is like, I don't know, tiny. Bad stream here. You're missing us, Brian.
Are you all the way up top or just the people? No.
No, these are all Kip to Peak, Howdy Neighbor.
We will teach you how to
Close down a campground.
Now, I don't know if that's ever going to happen anymore. 20 years ago, maybe.
We were with Ray the other night when the band shut down and left. That was the end of it.
No, I guess we closed down the band.
Ray probably went home and they sat around the campfire the rest of the night, and we went home, went to bed. We're not as young as you, Ray.
I get up way too early for staying up too late. Brian's ready to actually cook. I'll actually cook over the fire. Okay.
Oh, he does.
No.
He does. Smoot is a campfire cooker.
Joyce says, "What? We have a gas and a
Where do you see that?
up two more."
Gas one that our son gave us for Christmas. Do you use it a lot, Joyce? Because I really enjoyed sitting around Ray and Lisa's. Audio is awful. So you know what? It's probably our signal.
Can everybody hear us? Yes. No. Yes.
Hey, Tiffany.
Tiffany. Are we coming in pretty clear? Somebody say something. Guess you can't hear us if you're not saying anything. We don't have the best
Tiffany
signal
can hear
here.
you. Yeah, we don't have great signal.
This is one place T-Mobile is not working. We had to use it. We're streaming off our AT&T. So, well, people can hear us. So
Brian has 2 campfire solo stoves and a mesa. What in the world? I just want a pie, and I can't commit to it.
Brian, you're the only one saying going in and out. It might be you, buddy. You gotta get out of the firehouse or wherever you are.
And a ranger. Wow. So on and off at times. That makes the rest of us chopped liver. What?
So who all is camping this weekend? Are you out enjoying the weather? Are you out relaxing right now? Because if you're out, you got to be relaxed right now. If you're sitting here watching us on your TV or on your phone or whatever it is, what's the weather like where you are right now? We're enjoying this weather here now at 75 degrees.
It's been beautiful here. It's been chilly in the morning. He probably thinks it's beautiful in the morning.
We had a deck down, windows open.
It was nice today. Even in the middle of the day, it was warm, but it wasn't too hot. Yesterday, it was hot.
You guys heard that the other day was the hottest day on record in the world. That's ridiculous. I don't want it that hot.
The real hashtag closer has entered the chat.
Who?
Feckner.
Oh, no.
Oh, I wanted to say something, and I forgot what it was.
So let us know what your temperatures were today. I'm just kind of curious who had the hottest temperature today. I talked to somebody a few minutes ago, and he said it was in the 90s up north. So let's see who can give us the hottest, because we probably have the coolest.
Oh, she asked dates, but Derek went back and put them in there.
Still hot in Chesapeake. Yeah, you can have that.
Yeah, that was miserable.
We're coming back to Williamsburg. We leave here Saturday.
78 in Michigan. Now that's nice.
When we leave here Sunday, we go back to Williamsburg. So if you're in Williamsburg, let us know. We're there
we leave here Monday.
Monday, whatever day it is. We're here for a couple of days. Yeah.
It's going to be hot there. But there's a pool.
78 in Michigan.
90s
Robert says
in Tennessee.
89. Tiffany, 90 all, and Stormy.
80s
Yeah, but are you,
Minnesota.
Tiffany, are you in Florida or are you in Tennessee? Because if you're in Florida, who cares? Doughboy says not bad, 80s.
Where are you, Shelly? 80 degrees with 100. I'm going to guess that's 100% humidity.
So anybody have any questions today? We put our post out kind of late today, so we didn't get a lot of questions. We've been here shooting video all week for this campground. So we were pretty tied up for the last 3 days. So we didn't get our stuff together like we wanted to get questions asked. So I need some questions. I know everybody keeps asking questions and questions and questions. Don't be afraid. type it. And if you want to, if it is a question, put it all in caps so we can see it, not the steaks and Williamsburg. I do like that. But
So are you going to be camping, Brian, and make steaks in Williamsburg, or are we meeting for dinner one night and having steaks in
so
Williamsburg?
first of all, we got to let Brian Smoot. I think he's the newest
we
the
should do
newest
that.
RV owner.
Well, he already had an RV, but he got a new one.
The newest, yeah. So that's
Yay!
all. Let's all congratulate Brian for getting his brand new Sierra.
Congrats, Brian and Brenda.
Getting their brand new Sierra, or not brand new, but new to them.
That's all that matters.
New camper. Congratulations, guys. Hopefully we can see it out and about somewhere out there. So.
And she's in Florida. Yep. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
So, Shelly, you did get to go by and see Tiffany's place. Was Tiffany there? I know that was a question. She said pics. Oh, pics of the steak. Okay, so we'll have to meet Brian while we're there for dinner. Florida. I can't imagine how horrible that must be.
I'd still rather be right here today than be down in Florida and all that nasty heat.
Have you seen the clear water in Florida?
But you have
water.
We have water on both sides, and they have a little. They call it a river, right? River. It's not a creek. Not a creek.
That side's a river. This side's a creek.
So they've been getting their little tubes, and 2 tubes. One tube with their cooler, and they're in one tube, and they float on down there, drinking their beer and just getting burned up by the sun.
I think there's a place to get out down there, because I saw a little boy and his dad carrying their kayak back up this way today.
It was pretty cool. And has anybody gone down to any river or whatever with their tube? I haven't done that yet.
I was going to say, we've never been tubing.
I think we need to. No, not that kind of tubing, but
I've never been tubing at all.
You've been tubing on the back of a boat?
No. I mean floating in a tube.
So has anybody ever done that? Let us know. Is it fun? Is it worth doing? And we still want to go whitewater rafting.
Yes, I'd like to do that.
We're not too far in West Virginia from whitewater rafting. So let's get a group up and see if we can get some people to do that sometime. If you guys, anybody interested in doing that.
Okay, so look. So Shelly stopped at the winery. Tiffany had already gone to Florida. The nerve. But she's going back and do a wine run. And so she's going to get to meet her. That's cool.
So we'll meet her next week.
Mm-hmm. That's fun. Tiffany, you going tubing with us? Can you imagine Bobby on a tube? Yeah.
There's all caps there. I wanted to say, but I'm going
to
go
tubing and video. Oh, that's because that's what I just said. Going to be 28 miles from her next week, and I'm going on a wine run.
Wine run.
Dry or sweet?
Both of them are fun. Yeah, we'll go tubing and video, and I'll get all the GoPros out, set the GoPro up on the front of the tube. But I still think I want to do the whitewater rafting first.
Class 6 in West Virginia is a class.
Yeah, but I don't know about the classes. I think class 6 isn't that kind of a rough? Isn't that one rough water?
I need the beginner class.
Yeah, we need the lazy river first. I don't want to fall out and hit my head.
I could tube in this. Like this is just so. The Stevens are here with us, for those of you that know them from the Keystone meetup or rally. And for those of you that may have met them when we were in Tennessee last year, they are here with us as well. They're on the riverside. We are on the
They could put their deck down and listen to the water run right down.
Yeah. But that water is not moving. I wouldn't be scared to drop a tube in there and just float.
You can stand up.
I know. But like whitewater rafting, I've seen videos. It's pretty intense sometimes.
We can do it. Put your helmet on. The one that you lick the windows with.
Whatever.
Long time ago, went tubing. Yeah, I think we need to get everybody together sometime and do something like that.
Oh, class 6 is in West Virginia is a class operation for rafting.
No, I thought there were certain levels of the raft.
I don't know. I'm gonna need help.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the lazy river's no fun. It's more my speed.
Because she's lazy.
Well, I gotta get my shoulder back so I can feel like I can hold on.
So Tiffany says there's lots of tubing in Eastern Tennessee. I bet, we need to do it. Maybe we come through Nashville next year, or your winery next year with our caravan. Maybe we can stop and.
We don't have time.
Oh.
We don't have time. But we could go between now and then.
She's
shoulder.
already cutting our days short.
I'm not. We're gonna try to go to Nashville while we're at Tiffany's. Tiffany's gonna help us decide where to go and not to go in
So,
Nashville.
has anybody besides Tiffany been to Nashville? If we're there for a day or so, what is the must do's? What do we need to do there
In Nashville.
in Nashville while we're there? Let us know, because we'll have a couple people this time, so we need to all get over there.
Okay, Tiffany. So Deanna was telling us earlier that when they were in Nashville, they went to this place, the Blue. See, I don't remember. The Blue something. It's a little place you like have to have a reservation. A lot of people.
If Sean, you're still on here, let us
there.
know.
Sean, if you're there, what's the name of the place? It was the Blue something. I want to say the Blue Gate, but that's in Indiana, so I'm sure that's not what it is.
It's not the Blue Heron either, or the Blue Crab.
So, Elizabeth, you know what's funny about that? I know for whitewater rafting, that's a whole nother gig. Like, seriously. But even when my shoulder was bad, when we went kayaking, it didn't bother my shoulder. It was one of the few things that I could do that didn't bother it. I don't have the range of motion to do it right now, but it was always seemed crazy to me that it didn't bother it, because I expected when we went kayaking to really be hurting the next day, and it never phased it. So I don't know. Just a little side note. I'll be in Nashville until the end of the month. Are you singing? Are you down there singing? Shelly, you going to be famous?
You need to get to our camp out and sing.
Tiffany, I think it was like that might be it. Shelly says the Bluebird Cafe.
It's evidently where Garth Brooks got his fame or something in there, and there's all kinds of people
that's what Sean said, Bluebird Cafe.
Where you been? You had to look it up, Sean? Or did you go to sleep?
Is a staple for Nashville songwriters.
So we got to stop in there, evidently.
I don't know. Got something fun to do?
Has anybody been there?
Well, Deanna and them went.
I mean, besides Sean, because he's the one that told us about it. Anybody else been in there that
I'm sure Tiffany's been.
That can tell us more about it? Is it definitely a stop to make? Or are we going to see anybody famous besides her?
The Loveless Cafe is also good, she says. I know. I've seen pictures of y'all's music stuff. That's why I'm wondering if you were singing.
What meetup she coming to?
The Horse Farm.
So we're going to do... So Friday night, you're going to sing around the fire then. We'll probably have all kinds of people trying to sing around the fire.
Don't let Jimmy sing with you.
I'm an awesome singer. I'm the one that helped Garth Brooks get where he is. Ain't it right, Tiffany? We've all heard you sing.
Don't be jealous.
Fancy.
She was singing some Reba. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, Tiffany loves some Reba. She'll never hear the end of that. They looked it up, and the tickets were sold
out. And you're there for a month?
I guess we better hurry and get some tickets in, huh?
We better decide when we're going and get tickets if we're going to go.
Fancy. That's just funny, Tiffany. Should I play it, Tiffany?
No, you will not. He will not embarrass you like that. I will not let him.
All right. Here's the time for you. I can't do it.
It's like car karaoke. You don't karaoke in the car so that other people can hear you.
All right. Help us out. We need some questions. We need you guys to help comment on here. Let us. Oh, Tiffany.
I will let him do it.
We need some questions. You guys have any questions about how we relax in the RV? I'm gonna let her go. Oh, y'all
you
gotta
should be
see
ashamed
that.
of yourself.
She was having a good time.
She was.
I might have one of those videos.
Nobody
too.
recorded you when you were singing at the party in the backyard and showed it to everybody. But we didn't share it. So you don't get to share other people's.
I won't ever let Miss Tiffany sister do it.
Sevierville on the 30th. Sevierville, is that where we were, Tiffany, for the camp out in Tennessee last year? Sevierville? Because if it is, there's this place, they have nitro ice cream, and they make boozy shakes out of that. I'm just saying, might be worth checking out. I don't remember what it was called. So here's what Derek says. Do you do anything on special on hot, humid days to keep your rig cool?
Yes, I do. I shut every one of these blinds, and I crank
the dark ones that are way up there.
I crank the ACs, all 3 ACs down, almost as cold as it'll get if I know it's going to be super hot and humid the next day, and it's going to be in the sun. And I crank it down as cold as it can get. So when everybody wakes up, everybody's shivering.
It's freezing in the morning.
But with us, with the full body paint, black body paint, this camper gets super, super hot. So I do what I can to get it as cold as I possibly can, as long as I possibly can, and we try not to go in and out the doors too much. The other best thing to do when it's super, super hot like that is not to be there. That's one good thing about RV life.
Sometimes you're there.
RV life being full time, we
were in Vegas in July last year. Sometimes you just can't help it.
So yes, we tried.
I guess year before.
We try to avoid the heat as much as possible. But our best thing that we have seen is keep the door shut, keep the windows, keep the blinds down, keep it as cool as you can at night when it's cool at night, and hope for the best.
Doughboy says, "Did you know where to find the plastic pins for the 3-season door glass on the patio?" I don't know what you're talking about. Plastic pins.
No, I think I saw somebody talking about that on a page today, but I don't know what they were talking about.
All right, Shelly knows what he's talking about. Now I need to know what we're talking about. The plastic pins for the 3-season doors.
Is yours broke?
For the 3-season door glass.
So Sean wants to know where our favorite places to camp. Right here with you guys. Our favorite place to camp, wherever our friends are, wherever our people are. So that's a topic. That's a funny. Our favorite place. It changes all the time. It depends on where we are. Lisa's favorite place to camp, once again, was the Keys.
I like to be places where there's water, and I especially like it when the water is very clear.
So the question was, what is your favorite place to camp? See, it used to be the Keys right out first.
Depends on time of year. Let me just start with that. I love the Keys in the fall because it's still warm enough to enjoy the water, but it's not 500 degrees. And the water's clear. So that makes me happy. In the spring, I guess it was early spring, maybe. I like out west because, again, it's not frigid, but it's not 100 degrees yet. So you can have the windows open and the scenery out there is really pretty. I don't know. I don't know that I have a favorite anymore.
My favorite place is still out west. I like going out west to Montana.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I don't know that I have a favorite any longer.
Yes, run a fan to help circulate the air. We've done that before. We put a fan in the back from the back garage and blew the cold air up. So any movement of air, especially when it's hot, you can blow across the cold air coming out of the air conditioners is going to make you at least feel cooler.
And we have the air conditioner in the bedroom, and it's ducted, but if you dump, it feels like it comes out harder. And it's just the bedroom versus the air conditioner here in this living room kitchen area is a much bigger space. So if it gets really hot, we can turn the AC up there on as well and set a fan at the top of the steps, and it helps push some of that cold air from up there down. That does help, but he keeps it so cold in here at night that during the day, she has
a blanket right now.
My feet are cold.
So you're going back and forth with them pins. It's probably us.
So you just mean the pins or the pieces you pull in to release it to go up and down? Oh, Shelly, we're going to be in the Keys in November, I hope. Have you ever been? Because I love it there. The top pin.
I don't know what pin they're talking about.
I think, at the top of the glass, there's the little pin that holds it on the track. And at the bottom, there's the squeeze pegs that you raise it up and down with. So I think he means one of the little pins at the top is.
I always say call Lippert because they're all Lippert doors. That'd be probably the best thing to do to find those pins.
You mean like a swamp cooler for outside?
You don't want a swamp cooler inside. Not me. It's not.
We
losing
did
it.
have one. Margaret brought one that one time to the campsite, and we had it outside, and it worked really
But it
well.
made a big mess.
But it made
on the ground.
everything
It was muddy.
wet.
Yeah, plus everything
So
was muddy.
I don't know.
It kept you cool, but everything was muddy, and nasty.
You don't go camping in Jamaica,
Smooth.
Brian Smith. I'm just going to say, Shelly, if you like the clear water and you love the manatees and the sea turtles and the parrotfish and all things associated with that, you're going to be in heaven.
But it's only good for 2 weeks.
I could live there.
2 weeks.
Maybe I'll move there with Shelly. Maybe we'll take Tiffany with us.
I'm not getting stuck with Bobby. Not happening.
Got to do what you got to do. Are you 1,000 Trails, Shelly, so you can go down there and stay for $20 a night? Because if not,
You need to be.
you should look into that.
My family in Orlando.
The top pen, I'm guessing.
I don't know. Somebody's tired. They didn't get up till 8:15 this morning, and she's tired. That's why she can't be a closer, because she can't stay up all night and she can't get in the morning. So,
Haven't been to the Dry Tortugas yet. It's on my list.
maybe we'll go this year.
Maybe. See, the girls are going to the Keys. You can stay in Tennessee with Bobby.
I'm not going to stay in Tennessee. All right, guys, help us out. Talk to us. Let us know what you guys have. Yeah. Like I said, this live was kind of snuck up on us a little bit, so we didn't have time to prepare for anything. So we're needing your help. We didn't want to leave you guys hanging by not doing it. So
No, Tiffany, we've not done the Dry Tortugas yet, but I want to.
you should come
Somebody
down with
did
us.
ask. Deanna asked a question today, so I will throw this up there. I think everybody knows we replaced our furniture with furniture from Rec Pro. I've never replaced any of my RV furniture up until then, so I don't really. We're happy with what we have from Rec Pro, but it's the only experience I have to base it on. Deanna was asking about furniture replacing the furniture in your RV.
First of all, they should be screwed down to the floor. So if you start yanking on them, they
You
should
need
be
to take
screwed.
But the question I think that she probably had was, where do you get replacement RV furniture? My answer is going to be Rec Pro, just because I've dealt with them and I have a relationship with them and my dealing has been good and I'm happy with my furniture. However, I know that there's others of you out there that have replaced your furniture with like furniture from, say, Ashley Furniture or Rooms to Go or whatever the furniture places are. If any of you on here have had that experience, can you comment and let us know, did the furniture fit? Was it too big, too small, too heavy, too expensive? Did it last? Because I have a friend that, and this never occurred to me, she said, we're full-time in our RV, and you think about your furniture and your sticks and bricks home, you're at work all day, you come home, you eat dinner. If you have kids, you get the kids' homeworks, bath, whatever. And then you sit down on the couch for an hour or two, and maybe a little longer than that on the weekends, maybe not, depending on what your schedule is. When your furniture's in your RV, it's all you have to sit on all the time. So like all day in the week, or like we work, like these are our seats live with you. When we're not live with you, we each have our laptop in our lap, and this is our chairs. So this furniture gets used a lot more. And so our friend was telling us that she had bought a residential couch and that it had not held up as well as she expected. And then someone pointed out, well, yeah, but when you're full-time in an RV, you're on your couch all the time versus, when you're in a sticks and bricks and you're gone all day and you're only there a couple hours, it doesn't get as much use. So I had never really thought about that. But okay, so she said she replaced hers with a love seat from Ashley, and it was great. Let me go back because I missed some stumps. Okay, so she's got the glass panels anybody somebody wants to buy them.
What do we do with our furniture? We remove. Well, when we got ours at Rec Pro, which they don't do this for everybody, but they just tossed it. No, matter of fact, our last
No, we didn't. The furniture we took out of
the
here,
furniture we sold to somebody.
we gave one piece, or I think we gave the 2 recliner pieces of our big sofa to a friend. They put it in their Montana, and then the sleep. Right? Didn't Mike and Amy take that?
They didn't take that. We tossed one of them. They probably tossed one of them.
And then the sleeper sofa we gave to one of the girls at the shop where we get work done on our camper, and she took it home to use it. So
there's always somebody looking. If your furniture isn't super bad, there's always somebody looking to replace their furniture. If you want to give it to somebody in a campground,
or even sell it if it's in good shape.
Just sell it for something.
A lot of people like the RV furniture, and I would like to think it's gotten better over the years, but is known for peeling. And so a lot of times people need new furniture, maybe can't afford it or don't want to spend a fortune on it. So they're looking for something used. So if you get something new, maybe you can sell it to them cheap or give it away. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are in that. Like surplus places in Elkhart would buy it. I don't know. Like I know with mattresses, they can't sell used mattresses. I don't know how furniture works. And like ours, I guess we did have it for a minute before we replaced it. So we did. Well, the sleeper sofa had never been used, but the girl that took it was a friend of ours, so she wouldn't have cared.
Everybody keeps talking
All right,
about
Lisa.
They're talking about lagging, so I don't know if it's us still lagging or them lagging. I know, like I said, we have 2 bars right now of signal, so it could be us bouncing in and out. But furniture it's a huge thing, especially when we're going to go back to our relaxing again. You want some nice, comfortable furniture when you're sitting there watching TV, and that's why we went with the furniture that we have now. It's a whole lot more comfortable than we had in the camper to start with.
So Sean has asked if when you replace your furniture, did you screw it back to the floor? Shelly, I'll let you answer that. We did not.
We don't like screw ours to the floor because I want to be able to move it to get underneath it to vacuum or sweep, because it doesn't take long to get dirt and dust and stuff underneath there, and I don't want to go under there and unscrew it and screw it back together. So ours moves every once in a blue moon if I have to slam on the brakes, because ours goes north-south, and that's how your brakes would go. I've never had it slide up into the slide or anything like that. It's just moved a.
But we had friends that theirs, like the floor in their slide was separating from the wall. And when they asked about it, they were told it was because they needed to screw their furniture down because their furniture was bouncing when they were traveling, and that's what caused it. I don't know that that's so, or if that's just the excuse they were given.
Ours has traveled.
Knock on wood, ours isn't screwed down, and so far we haven't had a problem. But it stays in the center of the slide, and we have end tables on either side, so it can't get to, like, his couch is right up against the slide wall. Shelly says she wants to get rid of that and put a desk in there, and I think that would be an awesome place for a desk.
Yeah. But if we get rid of that, that just gives us, when people are in here, it takes some seating away from us.
Couch in the other Fusion. Ours was screwed down in our last Fusion. It didn't stay screwed down. It bounced loose.
It was screwed down on this one. We just went.
No, but she said in her last one it wasn't. And our last one it was, but the screws, it just bounced so much that they either just pulled out or the screws backed out.
And I think we're getting new furniture next time we're back up in Indiana. So we might be getting rid of this furniture. Getting this new softer.
Well, Shelly, if the couch in your 428 isn't screwed, oh, you mean the one you put in there isn't screwed? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like that was a cop-out excuse to not cover a repair. I don't know that I necessarily believe that.
Because half the time the screws break anyway in these campers.
I know they pop out.
Move. So I don't think that's.
And they pop out, and usually they just pull out. So then you can't even screw it back in the same place. So what are you supposed to do? It doesn't make sense. Joyce said her furniture is original from 2014. Oh, and it's peeling badly. Yeah.
It's time to get new furniture.
That's bad. Bad. Oh, your factory couch wasn't screwed down. Ours was not very well. I think when we went to take it down, there was like 2 screws left in it because they had just pulled out.
They're not easy to get to either.
Yeah, no, they're
I
not.
think they put them in the hardest locations they can possibly put them in. That's probably why they don't. It's probably why they don't like to screw them down that good, because it's hard to get to them. And trying to get them out after they strip the screws is even worse. So.
Oh, Bobby said give you a hug
Oh,
from him. Mwah.
oh, thank you, Bobby.
I'm sure he'd add that kiss in there too.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. Yeah.
I'm tired.
Tired. Gee whiz. All right, we need help, guys. Help us again. We're running out of things to talk about. What does everybody keep asking us questions? We did the refrigerators. We did the solar. We've done the.
Hey, Ben. So see, Joyce said hers is not and wasn't never screwed down. So I don't think it needs to be screwed down. That's just my personal opinion, though. I'm not a professional, so you can't carry that to the bank.
Ben, have we got our camper back yet?
Yes, Ben.
Are we ready to go camping?
Ben had a little mishap, y'all, and his camper has been in the shop for
a
minute now.
Where'd you go, Ben?
Ben, there he comes. Oh, yes, he has his camper back. So we did have problems with our bed slide binding. I cannot say that I'm a fan of Schwintek slides. So I'll say that. So here's how Schwintek slides work for those of you that have them and don't know.
If you don't know what the Schwintek slide is, it's the one that runs on the gears.
Yeah, so on the side, it's got the two little
worm gear looking thing.
And they look like this on the sides, right? And that's what it rides in and out on, which I believe, Ben's, yours is, you have an east-west bed, right? So your bed goes in and out, right? And you have the Schwintek. So Schwintek is fine. You know, it's a little gear, it's gear driven. That's great. Except Schwintek needs to be perfectly square. So if there's any flex, any movement, anything to cause it to not be square, it can cause it to lock up. Ours, every time but one that we had problems with it, got stuck in and would not go out. The fix, if it's out, also what happens is when it gets, cattywampus, if that's a word, the motors on either side will get out of sync. And the fix for that is you run the slide all the way out. There's a little button you can get to it. It's in your compartment underneath, like in your pass through. There's a little button you hold. I don't like write this down. You hold it for a few seconds. There's a light, and then you bring it back in. And what that's supposed to do is sync the motors up. The problem with ours is it wouldn't go out, so we couldn't, of course, get it all the way out to do that procedure. And so that would not fix it. So, yeah, it was a problem. If it's a problem, Ben, if you're having a problem with it, you should probably go ahead and address it with your dealer now, because
get it fixed and make sure that everything is square, because if the camper's not square, it's not going to go in. And sometimes you have to put it back on your truck. And this isn't just to do with Keystone Infusions. I've seen it on a lot of other forums lately. Put it on the truck, get it square, get it where it needs to be, and then the slide will go back in.
Ray, see you and Lisa later. Safe travels. We'll see you in Chincoteague. Not a fan of Schwintek. Had to run the slide in and out to get it unbound. Yeah, I'm not a Schwintek fan either. I wasn't sure when we got this Fusion. It had Schwintek. It was the first experience we'd ever had with it, and everybody assured me it would be fine. And I'm just not a fan. So that's my personal opinion, not my professional one, because I'm not a professional.
The best option, in your opinion, for an extra AC unit portable? We've never used them.
I've never had a portable one. I know a lot of people use those ones that they
stand up and have the little duct that goes outside.
Yeah, they're like this wide and this deep, and they would stand right beside your refrigerator, and then they'll cut like a piece of cardboard or something that fits in the window and vent it out. I've never used one, so I can't say that's good, bad, or otherwise.
Get out of Florida, Tiffany. It won't be so hot.
Yes, and Ben, Shelley has a good point. They say with Schwintek, like when you run it out, all the way out, hold the button for just a few seconds after that to let it
and never
finish
stop
its sequence.
Midway.
Don't stop midway. And when it's coming in, let it come all the way in And even when it's all the way in, hold it for a couple seconds after that. That's supposed to keep the motors in sync too.
We tried everything, and everything didn't.
I'm just not a fan. And that's just me. Just not a fan. Those work very well. Oh, the ACs. There you go, Tiffany. Brian says those work very well. You can hear it click when it resets the motors. Ours wouldn't go out. When it got stuck, it was stuck in. And we tried all kinds of fun things that were recommended to us, but it wouldn't go out.
I do hold the buttons 5 seconds. Time I run it in and out. Yeah, if you have a little bit of frame flex going on too, and this is where you really check it on your truck, you put your feet down. Don't take it off of your hitch, and as you pick it up a little bit, if you see it start flexing in the around the
a little bit of flex
area,
is okay. A lot is not good.
That's when you'll see frame flex. If you have that, you need to get it fixed. Because if that is flexing, then it's going to cause the box not to be 100% square. If the box isn't square, the slide's not going to go in and out. The Swintech has to be 90s perfect.
Yeah, it has to be very square. This camper in Florida only has one AC. Just needs something during the hottest part of the summer things. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
Throw a second AC on there. Bobby's pretty good at that. Cut the hole in the top.
There's might be a hole. So Tiffany, is there a hole? Is there like, the little vent hole in that bedroom?
Skylight. There might be a skylight in there.
There's a little skylight there. It might be wired. You might could just throw in another AC up top. Just a thought. Bobby's work wife does not know anything about that, though. I don't know how that works. Drink up there, Jimmy Cox.
I've been drinking it. All right. Well, we're not going to stay on here long tonight, just because it's been a long week for us. Working, getting this video shot and done for these people here. So
I will say that while we're here, the campground we're at is called Ravel's River Resort, maybe? I don't know. Ravel's River or something campground. And it is in West Virginia. And it's a cool little campground. They have a lot of annual sites. They still have several transient sites.
We're shooting a video for us for it too, so you can see it.
They have cabins, and I'm talking, they have cabins everywhere cabins. Well, they have everything from like they're right on the water. So you have like a little porch and you're looking right straight down on the river.
From a yurt.
And it's just a bedroom. Or it's a bedroom and like a kitchenette, but no bathroom. They're right across from the bathhouse. They call them cabins. I'm saying it's more like a lodge, y'all. Like,
we haven't seen this one yet.
Well, but we went in one and it had a huge kitchen living room area downstairs, 2 bedrooms and a bathroom downstairs. And then it had a spiral staircase to go up. And upstairs there was 2 bedrooms. Each of these bedrooms has either a full or queen size bed. And the one bedroom upstairs had 2 full size beds and then another bathroom upstairs. So I'm like, that's more like a lodge. Like you could sleep 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and probably some on the couch. You could sleep 10 to 12 people on these things. I don't know what they charge for them, but they're like log cabins. They're really cool.
This might be a kind of a neat place to do a camp out before we get back in this area.
There you go. Again. Ravel's River Resort, Bowden, West Virginia.
Go, Derek. Even Derek knows where we are.
Shelly, is that nice? We've never been there. She said the 1,000 Trails Natchez Trace.
No, we've been to Natchez Trace yet.
I think everybody's having a hard time hearing us. If everybody's having a hard time hearing us, then it must be us, not them.
All right. Well, we're gonna cut out here early since it's, like I said, we're having issues. In 2 weeks, we will be. Where did we say we were going to be? In Indiana.
Imagine that. We'll have a good signal there, though.
So mark your calendars. Email us some questions. Post on Facebook. All the different places. Give us some questions that you guys want to talk about. We want to make this informative for everybody. We want you to be able to ask and for us to find the questions. The best question we've had so far is refrigerator. Is 12 volt better than gas electric, or is it better than the 120?
Joyce was looking at getting one, and on the last live we were talking about that we had the higher, and that's what she was looking at. So right before we left Chesapeake, this past week. She was coming in right before we left. She got to come over and look at ours, and it's the one she was looking at and take some measurements and see in person how big it was inside and out. So big fun.
So give us some questions. In 2 weeks, we'll be back up in Indiana. We'll have a little bit better signal there. So hopefully we won't cut in and out because I know it's got to be bad on your end. We can't hear. We can just hear ourselves talk. So I don't know if we're in and out.
We just sound like us.
So-
Shelly said Natchez Trace is okay. Old, but okay. But the interior roads are really rough. That sucks.
Love your fridge, Joyce. Yeah, you're going to love yours too. So,
Yes.
but help us out. I'm relying on you guys to spread the word about the live in 2 weeks. Get us some questions. Let us know what to talk about. Don't forget the campouts. The campouts are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We have Chickatee coming up, and then we have the horse farm, and then we have Endless Caverns in May. And that one's going up quick. So if you want to get in with Endless Caverns, you need to hurry up and get in there.
Which is awesome.
Before it's done. And the caravan convoy is pretty much full, and we're going to have campouts across the country next year. So hopefully if you can't make the convoy, you guys can jump on and come to one of the campouts with us. So
We love our fridge too, Shelly. Doughboy says, ask him how the cigar was. Who's he talking about?
I don't know.
Yes.
Stop by and say hi on your way through. Rod. I haven't seen Rod. I sent Rod a picture or something today.
Oh boy.
I haven't heard from Rod. So.
Look at the face though.
All right, guys. So we're going to get off here now since we're having technical difficulties.
What did I say? You were in Chesapeake, Virginia, lived there. Oh yeah, we met Ben at the Chesapeake at Gloucester. Derek. Corps of Engineers Park by Gallatin.
No, what it is.
We're not going to be in Tennessee for a while.
Still no.
Tiffany, I personally gave her the message. I'll text you about that. All right, John Kenny. Good night.
Quiet,
you get
John.
some sleep.
He's been out there in
He
that
did
hot
come on
sun.
and say something, but he's been working out in the sun. He's hot. He's tired. All right, guys.
All right, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. We appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully we'll have better signal in
then.
2 weeks, and we'll talk to you guys then. You
Safe
guys
travels.
You guys have a good night.